I'm Tal Ben-Shahar. You're watching Your Quest on Happier TV, where we answer your questions. Let's see what Wasim from Singapore is asking. I've been working in the same place for over 3 years and I'm unhappy. My boss is constantly after me, pointing out my shortcomings, and often scolds me in public. Getting up in the morning for work is a challenge. Being at work is a challenge. And I come home at the end of a long day exhausted and irritable. I cannot afford to leave my job. I have a family to support, and my visa in Singapore will be revoked if I leave the company. You know, Wasim, I can feel your struggle through your words. It's no fun feeling miserable at work, and it's even worse when we feel it at a place where we see no way out, locked up in our predicament. So let me try to offer a few ideas that may help. All right, so first of all, I'd like you to try to get out of the all or nothing assessment of your work situation. Even in the most difficult of circumstances, we usually have a choice. What happens to many of us, however, is that if we are in a certain oppressive environment for a long time, we lose sight of the possibility of change. We become helpless, even though the objective circumstances do provide us some way out. So put your helpful rather than helpless glasses on for a while and sit down to write about the options that may exist. Can you do something else at work that would take you away from your boss's scrutiny? Could you ask for a transfer to another department? Or perhaps you can even talk to your boss. Now, granted, none of these suggestions may even be relevant, but I know that sometimes there are solutions that we overlook, especially if we've been in a particular situation of helplessness for a while. Second, if you cannot change your external circumstances, you may be able to change your attitude. Now, I may be taking this too far with my example, but allow me to share one of my favorite quotes from Viktor Frankl, a psychologist who survived the Auschwitz concentration camp during World War II. Here is what he wrote. Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms. To choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. In just about every situation, you have a choice as to the attitude you assume. You can focus on the positive aspects of your work, say your colleagues, your contribution to something important, your ability to handle your boss's ire, or the fact that you can provide for your family. I recommend that you take a look at the reflection on finding your calling. It's relevant to what you're going through right now. And finally, if all else fails, there may be ways that you're not seeing right now to leave your workplace without disrupting your life. I go back to the feeling of helplessness. Sometimes we think ourselves into being stuck when we're not actually stuck. If you feel comfortable and have not done so already, share what you're going through with a friend or your partner. Help them sort of reflect what you're going through to you. You don't need to carry all this burden by yourself, and they may be able to help. The bottom line is that even in difficult situations, much more is under our control than we think. Good luck with it all, Wasim. And viewers, if you have questions regarding your own or others' happiness, please send it to Happier TV.